Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark says the local economy is performing better than expected. This despite uncertainty on the global scene. Aisha Nation reports.
The global economy is on shaky ground, with the growth forecast for many developed nations looking dismal. And with concerns about a recession, policymakers have been implementing measures to cushion the impact. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark says while the government is mindful of the external shocks, he's encouraged by news from Statin this week that the local economy grew by 4.8% for the April to June period.
We are on track. The Jamaican economy is on track to return into pre-COVID levels of economic output by 2023.
He stressed that the government is focused on ensuring that even in crisis, the country remains macroeconomically stable so that it can maximize resources that can be deployed towards capital investments.
There was a time that our capex budget was 29 or 30 billion before Andrew Holness was elected Prime Minister. That's where our capex budget was. And in spite of COVID, we are looking to have capex budgets in the order of $80 billion, $90 billion in just a short order.
The result?
When you have a capex budget of that size, it gives you the opportunity to really make meaningful changes in people's lives.
Just yesterday, rating agency Standard & Poor's affirmed Jamaica's long-term foreign and local currency rating at B+, with the outlook remaining stable. The S&P rating reflects the agency's belief that Jamaica's economy will continue to recover, with projected GDP growth of 4% in 2022. The agency says it expects the government will remain committed to sustainable public finances, including this year's fiscal targets and the continued reduction of the debt burden. However, S&P noted that the country continues to face downside risks from slowing global growth, lower than expected domestic growth, a potential recession in the U.S., and the impact of global inflation. For the Business Day, I'm Aisha Nation.
The World Trade Organization WTO has downgraded its outlook for the global trade. At a media briefing, the WTO Director General said trade volumes for 2023 is expected to grow by less than 2%.
Today, the global economy faces a multi-pronged crisis. Monetary tightening is weighing on growth across much of the world, including in the United States. Low-income developing countries in particular face serious risks from food insecurity and debt distress. The picture for 2023 has darkened considerably. As I had said in earlier remarks, we are now predicting a modest forecast of 1% increase in merchandise trade volumes, down from the 3.4% we had expected as recently as April.
She says to improve the global trade outlook, diversity is needed in global production. The US dollar is being sold for an average $154.36. $113.06 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar, $175.18 for the pound, while it's costing $154.55 for the euro. And to the stock market now, the JSE index advanced by 2,003 points today, while the junior market index gained 70 points. Among the winners, Cygnus Credit Investments US dollar shares, Cygnus Real Estate Finance US dollar shares, Cargo Handlers, JMMB Group 7.25%, and Lasco Manufacturing. Among the losers, Epley 7.5% preference shares due 2024, First Rock Real Estate Investments, Consolidated Bakeries, Mayberry Jamaican Equities, and JMMB Group 7.35% cumulative redeemable preference shares. And that's it for the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Good evening.